to the Millionaire Hot Seat. Let's get straight in the action. One of these 6 people could win $1 million tonight. Yes. Yes, that's what we want. Somebody will win at least $1,000, but we hope it's a whole lot more because we've given over $36 million away over the course of the hot seat, so there's plenty of money to be won tonight. Let's meet our contestants and see who can get into the hot seat and go for it tonight. In seat number 1, we have Kate Mace, who loves coffee made from the beans that have been eaten and excreted by animals. Police officer Andy Collins conducted a raid on a suspect's house only to realise they actually live next door. Angela Hunter would like to go on a hunt for buried treasure around the United States. George Knowles loves his job flying a Dash turboprop aircraft around WA. Ellie Salmon represented Australia at the Ultimate Frisbee Championship in Germany. And Brian Rogerson once rescued a woman who was drowning in the surf at Bali's Kuta Beach. Well done, Brian. You're right, Kate. Come on, let's go. Kate Mace. Kate Mace from the Gold Coast in Queensland is a registered nurse.
Yes.
33 years of age. Her dad is Glenn up the back there. G'day, Glenn.
Hi, Eddie.
Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Tell me about your daughter. Is she a great girl?
She's a great girl and I'm very proud of all my girls.
Good on you, that's the way. How many you got?
4.
4. What number are you, Kate?
I'm number 2.
Number 2. Tell me about the nursing. What do you do?
I'm a registered nurse. At the moment, I'm just doing agency because it works around my little girl. So a lot of different hospitals.
Good on you. And Chloe's 1?
She is.
And Paul's your husband. He's in the shipping industry. Does it help being a nurse when your favourite brew is called Weasel Coffee, which is roasted from the beans eaten and excreted by animals?
Well,
What animals, by the way?
They just use a variety. I think they use a few different ones now.
So what they do is they eat the coffee beans and it goes through the digestive tract. And
That's right. And apparently it makes the coffee blend smoother and then it's roasted and...
Not enough O's and smooth when they're passing those beans, I wouldn't have thought.
You have to try it, it's beautiful. You just
yeah.
they don't do it here. We had it in Vietnam.
What's your favourite animal?
Oh.
As far as the...
Oh, I wouldn't know even what they use.
Oh,
it's
okay.
just a specialty that they do in Vietnam.
Yeah, fair enough.
Very,
good on you, Kate.
just a bit different.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's great. What else have you been up to? Tell me about this beautiful baby Chloe.
She's gorgeous. She's 13 months old.
Yeah.
So very cheeky. Loves her dad.
Yeah, and you're into making clothes for her? You want to get into that business one day?
Oh, I think so. I like sewing. I'm not very good at it, but I try.
All right, well,
I make a few things for her. So.
Do your best. Get $1 million, get somebody else to sew it for you. You can
If
just
I
design
win,
them.
yeah, absolutely. I can do some lessons.
Good on you, Kate. 15 questions for $1 million. Let's go. Come on. $100. A popular toy produced by Hasbro since the 1950s is Mr. What? A. Potato head. B. Cauliflower ear. C. Squash face. D. Pea brain.
I think we just lock in A, Eddie, but Mr. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato Head is locked in. Did you have a Mr. Potato Head?
No, but I think my sister did.
I had a Mr. Potato Head. And Pete the Pepper?
No.
Cutie Cucumber?
No.
Yeah. Correct for $100. $200. Sometimes referred to as the law of retaliation is the old saying, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a what? A, mouth. B, tongue. C, tooth. D, fairy.
I assume it's C, Eddie. Lock in C.
Lock in C. Have you ever heard of this before?
I've heard eye for an eye, but not the second part.
Yeah, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth is what is the saying.
Okay, great.
Correct for $200. Which means to square up evenly.
Sounds right.
$300. Born Ralph Lifshitz in 1939, Ralph Lauren is a famous what? A. Furniture removalist. B. Crane operator. C. Weightlifter. D. Fashion designer.
He's definitely a fashion designer, so lock in D, please.
Is he ever? He's locked in. The famous American fashion designer Ralph Lauren is correct for $300. $500. Which of these is not a type of tea in Japan? A. Ryakucha. B. Matcha. C. Sencha. D. Yakitori.
Oh, goodness.
Which is not a type of tea?
This is quite difficult for me, I think. Eddie, I'm not familiar with pretty much all of those, so I'm going to have to pass.
You're going to have to pass.
Yes, please.
A bit like your coffee beans.
Yeah, absolutely.
All things must pass, as George Harrison wrote.
Yes, please.
All right, thank you very much, Kate.
Thank
See you
you.
later. G'day, Andy.
Hey, Eddie.
How are you, mate?
Good, yourself?
Andy Collins from South Yarra in Victoria, these days an investigations manager, Department of Environment, Land and Water, 46 years of age. What does that mean, mate, investigations manager? What do you find out whether people are leaking
Yeah, we do a bit of that. We
stuff
also
into the street or into the Yarra River or something like
we
that?
do firefighting on public land in Victoria as well, so a lot of accident investigations, rollovers, tree falls, all that sort of stuff.
Now, Andy, tell me when you're a police officer, you raided the house next door to the one you were supposed to be raiding.
Yeah, that's right. We did our intel. We did a beautiful coordinated raid, went in the front door and back door at the same time, arrested everyone in the house, and then realised it was actually the neighbours next door that were
Okay, well, that was a good dry run.
But on a bright note, half of these guys had warrants as well, so it wasn't a total.
Oh, really?
Wasn't a total loss, yeah.
What neighbourhood was it?
Wasn't here.
Yeah, okay, all right, Andy. Did you go next door and get the ones you were supposed to get as well?
We got them as well.
So you got the daily double?
Yeah, yeah.
2 for the price of
It was a good
one.
result for everyone.
Good stuff. I love this one too. And when you're working as were you in a uniform man as a policeman at this stage?
I was.
Pulled over a vehicle, realised it was your mate.
Yeah, it was about 2 a.m. in the morning. We saw this dodgy Holden Kingswood drive past. So we pulled it up. My partner jumped out of the car, started talking to the driver who got out. I realised it was a mate of mine. So jumped out to say, it's all right, I know who it is. Didn't put the park brake on. And in slow motion, our police car rolled into the back of his car. It's funny until it happens.
Yeah, it is. Funny now. Andy, let's go. Which of these is not a type of tea in Japan? Ryakucha, matcha, sencha, yakitori.
It's a good question, Eddie.
Ryakucha, matcha, sencha, yakitori.
Look, I don't know. I'm going to guess and go D.
There you lock it in. Yeah, yakitori. It's correct. You've had chicken yakitori before, beef
It was
yakitori?
the only one I'd heard of, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's the skewers on the meat.
Yeah.
That's the way. And the others are all types of green tea. Amanda's your beautiful wife up the back. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Eddie.
You would have belted him if you had got that one wrong, wouldn't you?
Would have been a bit concerned.
You would have, yeah. You got there. That's the main
He
thing.
did, he
We'll
did.
take a break and come back and play for $1 million in a hot seat next. Right, let's go. 11 questions for $1 million. Former police officer Andy Collins, these days an investigations manager, who's playing for $1,000. Good luck, Andy.
Thank you.
Blossom, Bubbles and Buttercup are main characters in which animated TV series? A. The Powerpuff Girls. B. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. C. SpongeBob SquarePants. D. Bob's Burgers.
Wow.
Matilda is 4, Grace is 9, Joshua's 18. Do they watch any of these?
No, I don't think so.
5 seconds can pass.
I might pass, I think, Eddie.
See you, Andy. Catch you later, buddy. Hello, Angela.
Hello.
Good
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Andy couldn't get out of that chair quick enough then.
No.
He was straight out the door. Angela Hunter is a retired teacher from Tutkaruk down in the
Correct.
Mornington Peninsula
Yes.
of Victoria. Beautiful place down there by the beach. 62 years of age. Jeffrey is your husband of 14 years. Go, Jeff.
Hey, Eddie.
Great to have you here, buddy.
Thank you.
Despite being Australian, you taught American history in the USA.
I did for 14 years.
Why not?
Exactly.
It makes sense. All you got to do is learn the history. You don't have to be American. Didn't have to live through it.
I lived through quite a few events over there between the year 2000 and 2014.
You did,
but,
yes.
Yeah.
Or 9/11, of course.
Yep.
What else? What was the biggest incident that was happening over there that you come back from America thinking, I was in the States when that happened?
Well, it's got to be September the 11th.
September 11th, of
Yeah,
course.
Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I got there with the Bush presidency.
Yeah, that was enough
and
in its
with-
own right, yeah.
exactly, and all that Al Gore business in
Yeah.
Florida. Yeah.
Okay,
Please.
let's go. Blossom, Bubbles
Oh.
and Buttercup are main characters in which animated TV series? Animated TV series. Powerpuff Girls, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, SpongeBob SquarePants, Bob's Burgers.
Okay, I don't think it's Teenage or Bob's.
Blossom, Bubbles and Buttercup. 7
They
seconds.
sound like Powerpuff Girls, so
4.
maybe Lucky an A.
Like in A. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
Correct for $1,000. I don't know. Buttercup sounds like a teenage mutant ninja turtle, does it? Created by and led by Professor Utonium, the Powerpuff Girls are crime-fighting superheroes.
I'll never
a bit like
forget
Andy in
them.
his days when he used to be a copper.
Yes.
The original series aired in 98 to 2005, rebooted in 2016. $1,500. Well done, Angela. Come on,
Thank
let's
you.
go. Money to be
Thank
won
you.
here. Enabling an internet user to bypass restrictions on country-based content is a VPN or virtual what network? A, portable. B, private. C, public. D, personal.
Bypass. All right, well, I don't think it's portable. I don't think
Can
it's...
pass if you like.
All right, Eddie, I'm going to pass.
All right, Angela, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm going to pass.
All right, okay.
Okay.
Cheers, she's done. Hey, George. Welcome. George Knowles is a pilot, Skipper's Aviation in Perth, in Western Australia. Shannon is your wife. Hi, Shannon.
Hi, Eddie.
Shannon Knowles. There you go.
That's the one.
Yeah, but spelt differently.
Yes.
That's the way. Welcome, Shannon.
Thank
How
you.
long have you been married?
10 months now.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And you got a baby due?
3 months.
Oh, congratulations. Guys, give a big round of applause. You fly in and out of the mines in WA?
Predominantly, yeah. Yeah, a little bit of general public as well, up and down the coast, but
Yeah.
mainly FIFO. Yeah.
And you fly, what, a Dash 8, is it?
A Dash 8, yeah, 50-seater sort of
Wonderful,
turboprop.
mate. And what do you want to do? Do you want to continue with, do you want to get into commercial aviation on the larger scale with the big companies? Or?
Yeah, bigger, faster, higher sort of thing. So
Yeah.
most definitely, but see how we go.
Good on you, mate. So what's the ambition? A Qantas or?
Yeah, Qantas would be great. They sort of haven't hired for a little while, but hopefully soon. Who knows?
Good stuff, mate. Tell me about this, though. You've played a bit of cricket over the summer. You hit 205 runs not out, a double century.
Yes.
You must have been seeing them that day.
Yeah, it was B grade.
Doesn't matter, mate. 205.
We only had 9 on the other team as well.
Doesn't
so-
matter. Jeez, I tell you what, you're killing this story. I was pumping you up as if you're Don Bradman the next
I
minute.
won't hear the end of it if I go back without the full facts. So,
Yeah, well, go on. Tell me about it. What was your best shot of the day? How'd you bring up the 200?
Perhaps a 4, maybe.
What, you don't remember bringing up 200? Come on, you've been all modest on me. Give me
No, I think it was a bit of a hook down square leg.
Yeah.
Might have carried. So.
the... Right, Shannon, were you there on the day?
No, I wasn't, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I heard all about it, though.
I can imagine. Doesn't want to tell me, but I'm sure he tells you. All right, George, let's go. Enabling an internet user to bypass restrictions on country-based content is a VPN or virtual what network? Portable, private, public, personal?
I think private, so we'll go that one.
Lock in B?
Yes.
In. Correct for $1,500. Nine questions to go for $1 million right after this in the hot seat. Welcome back to the hot seat. George Knowles is a fly-in, fly-out man over there in Perth, flying people into the mines and all up and down the west coast. Must be beautiful flying over the Pilbara at times and just looking down, seeing it all.
Yeah, there's a lot of not much in WA, but some of the parts are very beautiful. Yeah, no doubt.
A lot of not much. You're right. But it is beautiful when you do see something like that. $2,500, George. Good luck. Played on a 19 by 19 grid with black and white stones is what ancient board game still popular in many parts of Asia? A, on. B, up. C, stop. D, go.
Not familiar with it. On, up, stop, go. On, up, stop, go. I wouldn't say stop
10.
or go. Thinking perhaps on or up.
6, 5, 4.
Go B.
B. Lock in. 8. D, go. Yes, for two players, aim is to capture the most territory on the board. Thought to have originated in China over 3,000 years ago, one of the oldest board games in the world. Go.
No
Sorry
good.
about that, mate. Good on you, George.
Cheers.
Good luck with everything, mate. Bye-bye. Hello, Ellie.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Sort your chair out there.
Yeah,
George, he's just turned around and walked out the door. He's nearly thrown the chair over. Ellie Salmon is from Caulfield, Southern Victoria, studying a Masters of Business, specialising in project management, 24 years of age. Where are you studying that?
I'm starting in July in Caulfield, Monash.
And what do you end up wanting to do?
Be a project manager.
Yeah,
so,
what sort of stuff?
Maybe building construction, because that's like a big kind of booming business at the moment.
It is a booming business,
yeah. I'm not sure exactly. That's like, I'll probably decide a bit more once I get more knowledge about it. Yeah.
Good on you. Lindsay's your friend. G'day, Lindsay.
Hey, Eddie.
How are you?
I'm good. How are
How
you?
do you two know each other?
We went to America last year together.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, we met over there.
You met in America, did you?
Yeah, at camp. We worked at the same summer camp.
Oh, fantastic. Was that the same summer camp that you were chased by a bear?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So I just went for a run one evening because we're out in the Pocono Mountains, so it's quite like in the countryside. I was running back to camp. I was nearly back, and I see this black thing in the bushes, and then this black bear walks out in front of me, and I nearly have a heart attack. I don't like animals to begin with, so seeing it, yeah, that scared me. So I ran the opposite direction, and I stopped for a bit, and it wasn't running at me, but it kept following me for like a mile.
Yeah.
So I ended up having to go into this old lady's house to use the phone so someone could come and pick me up.
Really?
Yeah.
And you were terrified, were you?
I was so terrified, yeah.
You were doing on the road what a bear does in the woods.
I don't know what that means. I will tomorrow, yeah, but anyway.
All right, Ellie, you ready to go?
Yeah, I think
All
so.
right, we have 8 questions to go for 250,000. Relax, take a deep breath. Here it comes.
Okay.
Who hosted the original series of Big Brother Australia in 2001? A. Jackie O. B. Kyle Sandilands. C. Gretel Colleen. D. Sonia Kruger.
I know this one, Eddie, and it's C, Gretel Colleen.
I'll lock it in. It's correct for 2,500. That's great. That's right, Ellie. Do you reckon the bear went after you because you're a salmon?
Oh, I've heard a few jokes about that one, yeah.
$4,000. What is the distinguishing colour of the Australian film classification rating M? A, green. B, yellow. C, red. D, blue.
Red's MA, green's G. Oh, no, I'm not sure. Maybe it's red as well. Oh, it's not blue. I'm going to go C.
M.
C, red. Because it's still...
10 seconds.
Oh.
You can pass it, right?
I don't think I'll
M.
get back. Yeah.
M rating. What is it?
M rating.
5
Just go
seconds.
C, red.
You're desperate to get that one in, aren't you? No, it's blue, Ellie, blue. A white M in a white circle on a blue background.
Yeah.
M films are not recommended for people aged under 15, so level of maturity is required. Ellie,
That's okay.
good luck with everything you're doing,
Thank
okay?
you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good on you, Brian. Welcome. G'day, Eddie. Brian Rogerson, who's from Oakleigh in Victoria, an IT contractor. What do you do?
I basically just work with whatever computers they put in front of me, doing whatever they want me to do.
You must have been an early adapter into the computers, were you? Or...
Actually, yeah, mid-90s was when I started.
Yeah,
really,
what got you into computers? Did you see it as a way of the future?
I sort of found, I just found it was fairly something that I, picked up, started with, decided to get training in and haven't looked back since then.
Good stuff. All right, Brian, let's go. 6 questions for $100,000. This for $4,000. What main thoroughfare in London's Notting Hill is home to one of the world's most famous flea markets? A, Oxford Street. B, Abbey Road. C, King's Road. D, Portobello Road.
Ooh, this is difficult.
Notting Hill. Been to London?
I haven't been to London. Oxford Street rings a bell, so does Abbey Road, but for different reasons. How many?
6 questions, 4 contestants, 10 seconds.
I
London's Notting Hill, flea
think I'll
market.
go for D, Portobello Road.
Lock in D, Portobello Road. You would be 100% correct for $4,000. Yeah, you see it in the opening titles of the film Notting Hill. And a magnificent setup there. It's better than flea markets. It's got all sorts of things, fruit and vegetable, and then, of course, it has all the other things up for sale. It's just a wonderful experience getting down to Portobello Road in Notting Hill. I hope you can do so when you win $100,000, Brian.
Yeah, hopefully.
We are going beautifully. We're going to take a break and come back. 100 grand is just 5 questions away right after this in the hot seat. Brian Rogerson is in the hot seat, playing for $100,000. This is the $6,000 question. You've got 5 to go, Brian. Good luck. A popular tourist destination in the Buciki Mountains in Romania is the rock formation called the what? A, pyramid. B, Great Wall. C, Sphinx. D, Acropolis.
Oh, boy. Not familiar with that particular mountain range. I guess it's part of the Carpathians.
10 seconds.
Well, I'm just going to have to go. I don't think I'll get back. I'll lock in D, Acropolis.
Lock in D. Sorry, Brian, it's actually the Sphinx. Yeah. Naturally created rock formation that is similar in appearance to the head of the Sphinx at Giza in Egypt. That's where it ends for us, Brian. Thanks, pal. Good luck.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Kate. Hello. You've timed your run pretty well. The money's there to be won, $50,000. 4 questions. You ready?
I am.
Kate Mace from the Gold Coast.
Yes.
Whereabouts on the Gold Coast are you?
We live in Pacific Pines.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
All right, here we go. Dad, Glenn's up the back. Fingers crossed, Glenn.
Oh, yeah.
Wish you all the best for 6,000. A venomous spider native to North America is the brown what? A, introvert. B, recluse. C, eccentric. D, wallflower.
Well, the first answer that came to mind before anything came up was the brown recluse, so I'll lock in B, please, Eddie.
Lock it in. If you knew it off the top of your head, it's probably a good sign. Correct. For $6,000. Also known as fiddleback spiders because they have violin-shaped markings on their back. Okay. Angela, you can win 10,000. Andy, 20,000. Kate, 50 grand for you.
Wow.
Here it comes. In the 1990 film Days of Thunder, Nicole Kidman's character has what occupation? A, doctor. B, physicist. C, lawyer. D, accountant.
I know that she, something in my mind is like a lab coat, but I'm not quite sure. I know that obviously she dates someone that's a little bit wild or out there, so I don't know, Eddie. I'd have to just guess, and I'm guessing maybe a doctor, so lock in A. I don't know. Lock in A, please.
Lock in A. Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise, where they actually linked up, later got married in life. Tom was, of course, the motorcar racing driver.
Yeah.
Called Trickle.
Right.
Days of Thunder, Nicole Kidman was a doctor for 10,000. Yeah. In fact, even more up the scale, if you like, as a specialist, she was a neurosurgeon.
Okay. To be honest, I haven't seen it. I've only seen, like, the front cover.
Well, go and watch it now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Angela, that's it for you. Thank you very much for being part of the show. Andy, you can still win 20 grand. If Kate gets this wrong, if you get this right, Case, I'll give you $1 grand.
Yay.
And then you can have a look at a $50,000 question. You ready?
Excellent. Yes.
Here it comes. Which official position did Jacques Chirac not hold in his career? Not hold. A, Mayor of Paris. B, Prime Minister of France. C, President of France. D, French Army General.
Oh, this is so out of my comfort
Jacques
zone.
Chirac.
So I think, well, it has to be either the Prime Minister of France or the President of France, because I'm assuming they wouldn't have both, but I wouldn't know.
Which official position did Jacques Chirac not hold in his career?
I think he must have at one stage been the Mayor of Paris. Maybe he's also been the French Army General.
10 seconds.
French President, French Prime Minister, French... Oh, look, it's just a guess. If you could just lock in B, please, Eddie, the Prime Minister of France.
Lock
I really
it
don't
in.
know.
I'm sorry, Kate.
Oh.
He was the mayor of Paris. He was the prime minister of France and the president of France.
Oh.
He was not the French army general. He was mayor
would've
of Paris for
thought.
18 years, president for 12 years, and prime minister twice.
I would never have thought
He
they'd
was an
have
officer
both.
in the French army. He was in the French army,
Okay.
but not a general. Pretty big career, that one.
Oh, so
Kate, thank you
close.
very much.
Thank
All the best.
you.
Kate misses by one, which means Andy comes across and wins $1,000. Yes. Good on you, mate. 20 grand is sitting in front of you now. Amanda, what do you want to do with that money?
What do I want to do, or what does Andy want to do?
Well, he'll win it. You spend it.
We'll go halves, I'd say.
All right, what do you want to do?
I'll keep my half for a holiday.
All right, what do you want to do with your half, Andy? By the way, you're down to 10 grand without even knowing it, Andy.
I'd be happy to chip my half in for a holiday as well.
So where do you want to go?
We just actually got back 2 days ago from Italy and France, so we're actually pretty jet lagged.
Yeah.
But back to Europe somewhere.
Wow. Take the kids, Joshua, Grace and Matilda?
If we win 20 grand, we will, yeah.
Yeah,
Good stuff. All right, so where would you go?
We'd do the Greek islands. I don't know. We'd just go for an extended period.
Good on you, mate. Well, let's take our news break. When we come back, the holiday of a lifetime for these guys in the hot seat. Andy's in the hot seat, the former copper. These days, he is an investigations manager with the Department of Environment, Land and Water from South Yarra in Victoria. Amanda's his wife and 3 kids, Joshua 18, Grace 9, Matilda 4, for a trip to Greece or the holiday of a lifetime with the family for $20,000. Andy, good luck.
Thank you.
In which modern-day country did the 1815 Battle of Waterloo take place? A, England, B, France, C, Belgium, D, Switzerland.
My brother, who's actually looking after our daughter at the moment, will know this answer. I don't.
1815, the Battle of Waterloo.
Yeah, I've got no idea, Eddie.
Knocking you out.
Not Switzerland. I don't think it's Belgium. I'm going to go England or France.
10 seconds. Battle of Waterloo, 1815.
I'm going to go
5 seconds.
France, Eddie.
France, locked in. I'm sorry, Andy, it was Belgium. Yeah. Napoleon Bonaparte's final battle took place outside the town of Waterloo near Brussels in modern-day Belgium, which at the time was part of the Netherlands. So, sort of close with France, but yeah, Belgium was the answer. Sorry, Andy, no 20 grand, but I'll give you $1,000. Andy Collins just won $1 grand. See you next time in the Millionaire Hot Seat. Good night, everyone. Let's get straight in the action. One of these 6 people could win $1 million tonight. Yes. Yes, that's what we want. Somebody will win at least $1,000, but we hope it's a whole lot more because we've given over $36 million away over the course of the hot seat, so there's plenty of money to be won tonight. Let's meet our contestants and see who can get into the hot seat and go for it tonight. In seat number 1, we have Kate Mace, who loves coffee made from the beans that have been eaten and excreted by animals. Police officer Andy Collins conducted a raid on a suspect's house only to realise they actually live next door. Angela Hunter would like to go on a hunt for buried treasure around the United States. George Knowles loves his job flying a Dash turboprop aircraft around WA. Ellie Salmon represented Australia at the Ultimate Frisbee Championship in Germany. And Brian Rogerson once rescued a woman who was drowning in the surf at Bali's Kuta Beach. Well done, Brian. You're right, Kate. Come on, let's go. Kate Mace. Kate Mace from the Gold Coast in Queensland is a registered nurse.
Yes.
33 years of age. Her dad is Glenn up the back there. G'day, Glenn.
Hi, Eddie.
Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Tell me about your daughter. Is she a great girl?
She's a great girl, and I'm very proud of all my girls.
Good on you. That's the way. How many you got?
4.
4. What number are you, Kate?
I'm number 2.
Number 2. Tell me about the nursing. What do you do?
I'm a registered nurse at the moment. I'm just doing agency because it works around my little girl. So a lot of different hospitals.
Good on you. And Chloe's one.
She is.
And Paul's your husband. He's in the shipping industry. Does it help being a nurse when your favourite brew is called Weasel Coffee, which is roasted from the beans eaten and excreted by animals?
Well,
What animals, by the way?
They just use a variety. I think they use a few different ones now.
So what they do is they eat the coffee beans and it goes through the digestive tract and
That's right. And apparently it makes the coffee blend smoother and then it's roasted and...
Not enough O's and smooth when they're passing those beans, I wouldn't have thought.
You have to try it, it's beautiful.
Smooth,
You just don't, they don't do it here. We have it in Vietnam.
What's your favourite animal? As far as the...
Oh, I wouldn't know even what they use.
Oh,
It's just a specialty that they do in Vietnam.
Fair enough.
Very,
Good on you, Kat.
just a bit different.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's great. What else have you been up to? Tell me about this beautiful baby Chloe.
She's gorgeous. She's 13 months old.
Yeah.
So very cheeky. Loves her dad.
Yeah, and you're into making clothes for her? You want to get into that business one day?